Yo, listen up. Here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world.
He's a security guard named David Dunn, and he's tracking down these criminals. Glass shatters. Fire emerges. And Clover appears near the end of the video for no reason. This is our YouTube review.
Hi everyone, I'm Jordan, this is Scotty.
Hey, We Movies!
We are We Movies, and today we're doing a short YouTube recap of Glass.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to the full podcast, please go on Spotify.
The link is down below.
The link is in the description, so go down there, click on it, listen to it. But for now, we're going to do a really short summary of what we liked or disliked in this movie.
Well, 3/4 of the movie is great, then the ending happens, and it's terrible.
And that's it. Thank you, everybody. Good night. I walked in here I wasn't sure what to expect because M. Night Shyamalan has this interesting history with filmmaking. At one point, Quentin Tarantino and a bunch of other directors decided to hold a fundraiser to send him back to film school.
Yep, that happened.
That's not a really glowing report from your fellow filmmakers.
After Earth was terrible. Last Airbender was terrible. He has made bad movies. He's recently got better. The Visit was The Visit.
The Visit.
Whatever it's called. The one where kids go to visit their old people and they're monsters.
What? What movie is this?
Anyway, I don't know.
What?
Is that it?
What are you talking about?
Anyway, and then
The Visit. I'm looking this up.
Okay, just put M. Night Shyamalan's filmography, and it might not be called The Visit.
The Visitor?
The Visitor.
The Visitor, 2007. The Visitor.
Is it? Wait, is that long ago? No, I must be thinking of something else.
Yeah, that's Tom McCarthy. That's definitely not it.
No.
The Visit. I think I know which one you mean, and it kind of disappeared. The Visit, 2015.
I was right, The Visit. Is that the right one?
Yes, M. Night Shyamalan.
Okay.
I didn't even know about it.
After that,
flew under the radar.
It was like it was a small budget that brought him back slightly. Split was his big. Oh, hey, I'm back. This is a movie that I made that's actually good.
I don't think it was I'm back. It was kind of like, hey guys, I'm still relevant. I think this movie was the one that was supposed to be, okay, I'm back kind of thing, and it didn't work.
Well, funnily enough, I think
it was a fizzle more than a bang.
Yeah. So there's quick synopsis. It's a sequel to both Split and Unbreakable. We have the Beast, the Horde, the multi-personality character played by James McAvoy up against David Dunn. They've come together. There's a collision of worlds, and
of superpowers.
All of a sudden, they find themselves in a mental hospital and
also the center of the attention of two very important characters. One, the psychiatrist of the hospital, and two,
Glass.
Mr. Glass, played by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes.
When I walked into the cinema, I was very skeptical. I wasn't sure what to think. And then we get halfway through the movie, and I actually had some good expectations for the ending. I was like,
there was really good build-up.
Yeah, because I heard about some reviews saying, it's it's a bad film. It doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. And up until probably an hour and 10 minutes, I was still with it. I was going, I don't know what they're talking about. These people are insane. And then the ending happened, and I suddenly realized what they were all talking about.
So basically, spoilers, obviously. The film has something come out of complete left field where the psychiatrist is actually working for an evil organization the whole time, which we did not know about an hour and 10 minutes into this film.
It kind of felt like the director didn't even know about it. That's how poorly constructed that this plot point was.
But the thing is, for Glass's plan to work, this organization needs to exist.
Yes.
Because he is trying to... What this organization is doing is keeping superheroes and... it's going to take care of my sweat.
Okay, go back. Start again.
Well, what Glass's plan is dictated on is that there's this secret organization that's keeping superheroes and supervillains away, making them disappear.
Separate. She actually says at almost the very end of the film, her job isn't to be on one side or the other, it's to even the playing field so humanity can survive. Which doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. So we have a secret organization that comes out of left field that doesn't make sense. Glass's big plan is unfortunately dictated on this organization existing, and then there's the fight scene, which is terrible, and the film is building up to this, and then it's a fallen climax.
Yeah, it's a fizzle rather than a bang,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, I was not satisfied or pleased by this ending, and again, the very last 10 minutes of the film has plot twist after plot twist after plot twist.
Which is so disappointing because we get character moments, fantastic character moments for both James McAvoy, the Beast.
Let's talk about his performance.
He's fantastic.
There were some scenes where they cut away from when he went from one character to the other that I was like, no, let's stay on him. I want to see that transformation more because every time you see it, it works. Yeah. He does so much good work in this film. So does Samuel L. Jackson. For the first 3/4 of his screen time, he does not say a word. He's pretending to be a vegetable. He's just like just twitching, and I loved every second of it because it worked so well with his character.
Yeah.
And I mean, Bruce Willis has been phoning it in for a while now, so this is no exception. However, the filmmakers use this to their advantage because the character is so understated. So
there's near the start, there's this very understated scene where he just goes home and there's a small flashback, and it's like it doesn't show much, but it builds more character moments than if you'd had an extended scene. Then there's a flashback to his youth where he's a kid, and you understand his weakness to water is because he drowned as a kid. So that's where his weakness to water comes from.
Which is great.
And he has a good relationship with his son.
Yes.
Which is only got a couple of scenes. It's refreshing, and also it plays for the plot. It makes his character make sense. And
until the last 20 minutes.
Okay, so the last 20 minutes destroy everything. That's the problem. It destroys everything. I mean, first of all, Glass, David Dunn, and the Beast all die.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's fine.
I don't
That's
mind
not necessarily
that
a bad choice, no.
It's how they do it that it undermines. What they do is they undermine all the hard work that the script and the cinematography and the acting has been doing up until this point, and then they kill the characters off. And terrible choice.
Yeah. And then, so also, they over-twisted. Like, they add in one twist and another twist, and it's just... it insults the audience. That's...
I mean, there is a scene that we talk about on the podcast in greater length, but there's a scene where Ellie, who turns out to be she's a psychiatrist, she turns out to be one of the main villains of this movie behind the scenes, and she reaches out as if to help one of these characters. It's David Dunn, and Dunn reaches out and touches her hand, and he gets a flashback of how she's evil, but it's only for the purpose of telling the audience that she's evil.
And also for what it feels like is just rubbing it in before he dies.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense.
It's nasty.
Yeah, and it's not just rubbing it in for the character, it's rubbing it in for the audience as well. Yeah. It's basically grinding it into us that, we the audience are idiots, and you, M. Night Shyamalan, are a god among men. And I did not like that.
It's like when you go to a fancy restaurant, you look at the menu, and you see this thing that looks amazing, and then you order it, and it's like, it's very small. And you're like, oh, is that it? You're paying $28 for this very small dish, and like you eat it, and it's like, it's not quite as good as I thought it would be.
And you're paying a lot of money for it as well. Yeah. I referenced baking a cake on the podcast.
With more detail,
with more detail. It's basically like making as a chef, making a meal, a really good meal, a wholesome meal, a delicious meal, and then right before you serve it, you put dog shit on it, you put bugs and dirt and all this other stuff through it,
because
and
the
then serve it to the audience.
The build-up in this movie is great.
It is. It's fantastic. It had the makings of a great comeback for M. Night Shyamalan.
And Samuel L. Jackson, his acting he's hamming and cheesing it up, but he's having a fantastic ham and cheese sandwich.
But it's still understated, I feel. Like his
it still works for the movie.
Very understated.
Up until they jump the shark.
They jump the shark. And a lot of character motivations. We have a lot of side characters from the previous films back in this, that started out great, and then their motivations were also undermined by the ending, and they make no sense by the very final frame of this movie.
It's one of those things where Scooby-Doo could have shown up at the end of the movie and it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
And Glass would be like, I'd have gotten away for two if I wasn't for you and those kids. And it actually should be M. Night Shyamalan comes up.
Yeah.
And Scooby-Doo, look, it was M. Night Shyamalan all the time. And he's like, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you and those damn kids. That would have been a better ending.
Yeah, that would have been a better ending.
Well,
but I am biased towards Scooby-Doo cartoons. So.
Me too. Youth. Nostalgia.
But yeah, I was not impressed by this film. I was, before the ending, I'll give it this, before the ending came around, I was about to give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was about to give it an 8 out of 10, and then the ending hit, and I've got to give it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah. I'll 3.5. I'll be sort of kind. It's not. So Split is a far better movie. It's not as bad. It's still like you still get a lot out of watching this movie.
Honestly, I would highly recommend watching the first 3/4 and then stop watching. Like, turn the TV off as soon as it gets to.
As soon as he presses the button for the basement,
yes,
that movie is ended. Just the movie's ended. You don't need to worry about.
And that's
else.
what I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see this end there, and then them release another film later on that showcases the struggles between the Beast and David Dunn, and really showcase their abilities to the fullest extent, because the fight scenes in this, we set a precedent in the earliest fight scene, and it never goes beyond that.
No.
It's always the same standard, which is a shame, because if you, in any film with fight scenes, you want those scenes to build from one to the other until the final fight scene is something that is both invigorating and exciting, because you haven't seen it before in this film.
It's weird. It has this focus on character moments, which fight scenes should definitely have.
Yes.
But they actually take away from the characters instead of adding to the characters, and then the fight scene suffers as well. So that's our unfortunate opinion of Glass. If you have a differing opinion, please get in contact with us.
Yeah, write in the comments below if you want, or if you prefer, even just going on our Facebook page and commenting on one of the things there, or honestly, you can get into touch with us anywhere.
These things that I'm pointing at right now.
Yeah, those things that I don't know what he's pointing at. Could be something there, it might not be, it could be in the description. Who knows? But please get into contact with us. I'm Jordan, this is Scotty, we are We Movies. Have an amazing day, guys, and we'll see you next time.
We will be doing First Man next.
Yes, we will.
Cheers.
See ya.